What's going on, my friends? Today we're going to be talking about the stock IMMX. It has 138% short interest. You heard that right, 138%. Now, if you go on Ortex or you go on Fintel, it's not going to show up as 138%. Currently, only S3 Partners is reporting it at this high amounts of short interest. Now that's very, very important because when you're looking at something like Ortex and Fintel, they're only taking their short interest data from about 85% of the prime brokers that supply that data. There's all this other data, 15% of that data just gets lost and it's just simply not reported. So you can pay all this money for Ortex and Fintel and just not get it. S3 Partners, completely different. It's they report directly to Bloomberg. This is a $10,000 per year subscription on the Bloomberg terminal for S3 Partners. Now, they do have a free version called ShortSight where you can get a bunch of free short interest data. That's where I got this data. It's not a super amazing software, but it's free S3 data, so it's worth it. So check it out, ShortSight. It's obviously not a paid promotion, but we need to really just get into the psychology behind short selling because hedge funds know about Ortex's drawbacks, right? And is it a coincidence that this stock is at 138% shorted? It's completely overshorted and it just doesn't show up on Ortex and Fintel. I think it's something to at least recognize, right? And I think it's pretty corrupt. Anyways, guys, drop a like on the video if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new. Let's get right into it. So, first things first, we've got the Moomoo stock brokerage promotion. Guys, you got to check this out. They have $1. You deposit $1 on Moomoo's brokerage. You get up to $7,000 in free stock. Absolutely remarkable. Absolutely amazing. People could get, I've heard people like in my comment section say they got a share of Apple. But technically you can get a share of like Amazon or Google from this too. And if you deposit $2,000, you can get up to 3 stocks valued $3,500 each. So technically, if you deposit $2,000, you could get 5 Amazons out of that. Are you going to get it? Probably not. But you can get it. And all you have to do is deposit that $1 to get up to $7,000. So it's definitely worth checking out. They also have their exclusive AMC get a free stock if you deposit $100 on their platform. That's on top of their other brokerage promotion. But I just think this alone, deposit $1, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. Anyways, let's get right into it. So here is the data. So I got to pull it up here as a screenshot so I don't reveal any sensitive information, but you guys can see it right here. The percentage of free float, 139%. I believe I said 38%, but you round it up to 139%. It's incredible. I mean, you just don't see something like that on a daily basis, right? Now, there's a few discrepancies in the actual float. S3 has it at 2 million, and then it's reported at 0.9 million. So that varies, and especially when you're looking at the short interest percentage of free float. But it literally says 0.9 million, which would imply that roughly a few million shares are being shorted right now. If we move into Ortex right here, they're only saying that 252,000 are being shorted right now. So right off the bat, we're seeing the discrepancy in data. If we pull up the screenshot, right, and we're looking at Ortex, it also says a 50% increase. It just doesn't look super impressive on Ortex at all, right? We go into Fintel short squeeze leaderboard. Absolutely nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. We search IMMX, nothing. There's nothing here, right? Absolutely nothing. We search IMMX here. I don't think there's anything here, but we can check right now. Absolutely nothing. They don't even have this stock on Fintel. So there you go. If we're looking at the technical analysis, it's also looking pretty decent for an entry. As you guys can see, Market Sniper's showing some bullish divergence right here. So that is pretty interesting. And it's also showing that same divergence in some of the lower time frames as well. So it's a decent entry in my opinion, but it has been pumping today. We were talking about it on stream. So if you weren't there for the live stream, here's obviously your update. We were talking about it around 4, and then it picked up on some volume. So we're talking around here, picked up on some volume, it's been going up now. Now it looks like it's coming back down again. But again, just for the sheer amount of short interest, again, do I have to pull it up? 138%. Also, a super micro float. I think some short squeeze juice is in it on this play. I mean, that's just my personal opinion, not financial advice. It's looking fantastic on most of these time frames, maybe a little bit overbought on some of the lower time frames, but still, there's definitely room to run on this stock. There's no options trading or anything. And now I just want to talk about some of the psychology behind what hedge funds do, right? Because they know that we use Ortex. They know that we use Fintel. They know that we look at that Fintel short squeeze leaderboard like it's God Almighty giving us the short squeeze plays. It's not that simple, guys. It is not that simple. And I even had a talk with someone who works for a hedge fund. And I told him what I did. I was transparent. I said, we recently made a bunch of money on the support.com short squeeze. Now we're looking for other ones. He's like, oh yeah, no, those short squeezes are awesome, but you really got to time them right. I'm like, I know. There's a bunch of crybaby bag holders always crying that they didn't time the squeeze right. I know. And then the hedgie says to me, then I ask him a question. I ask him, are you guys short any stocks? And I was like, secretly like, oh, I want to squeeze this guy. But I didn't say that because I'm not like a rude person. But anyways, I asked him, are there any stocks that your hedge fund's short? And he literally told me this to my face. He said, we are only short on stocks that aren't reported on any of those websites. That's what he said, pretty much word for word. They aren't shorted on the website. So they're not going to show up on Fintel. They're not going to show up on Ortex. Luckily, S3 has some decent data from what I showed you guys. Again, they report to Bloomberg. Their actual black app, I believe, costs like 10 grand a year. So S3 is no joke. They're much better than Ortex and Fintel, and they're reporting 138% short interest on this stock. I don't really think I need to say anything more. I think this stock is worth getting into. Now, it is a micro cap, so it is risky there, right? There's so much volatility there, so not financial advice. Play at your own risk, but that's all I really got, guys. Hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. If you want all of my trade alerts, Hootmoney VIP trade alerts, private Discord channel, exclusive due diligence. It's that first link below in the description or pinned comment section. And if you wanted to check out Moomoo, up to $7,000 in free stock as long as you deposit $1 on their platform. Again, second link in description or in the pinned comment section. That's all I got, guys. Screw the hedgies. Peace. See ya.